Hey YouTube, DHC back again. I just want to talk about some facts about our hydrogen production and what's actually going on in hydrogen production in a vehicle. Fact is that and no one will deny this, that in order to move this car, in order to make this car operate, the first thing I have to do is start it, and no one's going to deny that fact. So with that being said, let me start this up real quick. Now that the car is started, no one's going to deny the fact that this alternator is being turned around, and this alternator is generating energy. No one's going to deny that. So, first thing to do before we make this car do anything, we have to start it. Now that it's started, it's producing energy off of the alternator. Whether we use this energy or not, it is making it. I can disconnect the battery, and it will still run. It's not running off the battery, it's running off of the alternator. The alternator is producing the energy which we are using to make our hydrogen, which undeniably can be said that whether I take the energy from this alternator or not, it is making energy, okay? So, the amount of amps that I draw from this alternator is not going to decrease my miles per gallon, and is not going to show any significant difference in my miles per gallon, whether I turn it on or not. Now, the amperage that I draw, whether I get up, I would say up over 20 amps or higher, may show a slight decrease in my horsepower, or a slight decrease in miles per gallon, but none that is significant enough to even document. So, I want to just simply say that we are harnessing energy that, whether I use it or not, this car is producing it, okay? So, facts are all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about no theories here. Fact. In order for me to move this car, I have to start it. Fact. For me to start this car, it is making energy. So, the fact is that my hydrogen production is improving my miles per gallon, because I know before I started that this car right here got 11 to 13 miles per gallon. 11 city, 13 highway. That's it. It never got any more than that. This car has over 200,000 miles on it. I've driven it back and forth to Florida at least 5 times. And from here to Florida, down 95, I will tell you that it never got over 13 miles to a gallon. Now, I drive this car city only now. I've been driving this car city for at least a month and a half, maybe 2 months. A lot of miles have been put on this car. I've gone through at least 20 tanks of gas, if not more than that. And my miles per gallon in the city have never fallen below 14. This car never got 14 miles to the gallon on highway. So, with that being said, I also would have to say that some people might say the map enhancer that I installed on this, which is basically turning down my gasoline consumption, okay, and fooling the motor into thinking that it is getting, it needs less gas than it does. That map enhancer is not the only variable in improving my miles per gallon. This hydrogen is doing it on its own. I'd like to show right here. Here's a Toyota MR2 we've been running our hydrogen setup in. And I'd like to show, first off, let me just show this little book here. My friend has obviously been documenting his miles per gallon for quite some time now in this car. Okay? And I'd like to show, here we go, his miles per gallon. 24.4 miles per gallon, okay? He's received between 24.4 and 26 miles per gallon, tops, in this MR2 prior to the hydrogen being installed. Now, there is no map sensor on this car. There is no map sensor installed on this car. All that is on this car is a hydrogen setup and a bubbler. That is it. Now, since this has been installed on the car, let me show you some of the miles per gallon that he's got. 29.7, 28.4, 30.96, 29.52 without a map enhancer. Fact.